Hello, Valerie from BabywiseMom.com talking with you today all about your baby's 8th month. This covers weeks 31 through 35. Your baby will start the month out as a 7-month-old and end as an 8-month-old. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I have some really good news for you after months and months and months of things changing so much. Things actually don't necessarily change very much for this age group. Your baby may have a lot of changes if your baby hadn't moved to a 4-hour schedule already, hadn't dropped the dream feed, but if your baby had done those things, then you're going to find this month is very similar to last month. Okay, let's talk about eat. Most babies this age will have 4 to 5 liquid feedings every day, every 24 hours. That will be about 4 hours apart. 4 hours will be your schedule if you only have four feedings each day. If you have 5, then you will have a combination schedule where some may be 4-hour intervals, some may be 3-hour intervals, and that's totally fine. You will also have 1 to 3 solid feedings every day, and those should be at the same time as 3 of your liquid feedings. So think a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner time. Most babies this age will have 3 solid feedings, but you may still be working up to it if you are just starting solids. Babies this age will also be able to start doing finger foods if they haven't already. Some examples of some first finger foods are crackers, Cheerios, fruits, veggies. I do have a couple of posts on finger foods, so if you want to learn more, be sure to look those up. Let's talk about sleep. For sleep at this age, you should have 2 to 3 naps every day, and your baby might drop that 3rd nap this month if your baby already hasn't. Your baby will also have 10 to 12 hours of sleep at night, and if your baby has not already dropped the dream feed, this is really a very common age to drop by now. So really watch for those signs, check out signs of being ready to drop, and make that move if your baby is ready and if you are ready. One hard thing about this age is there is a big sleep regression, and there are some pretty common reasons for poor sleep at this age. I did talk about these in my last video, but it still applies to this month, so we will review now. There are 10 really common reasons for poor sleep at this age. They include hunger, teething, sickness, ear infections that will always impact sleep. Needing to drop the 3rd nap can mean your other sleep is not as great. If your baby is curious about the world and wants to explore, that will impact naps and even nighttime, as can learning new skills, and that can be as small as vocal skills and as large as gross motor skills. Any changes or disruptions to life, that can include holidays, travel, moving, it can even be you had a few days where your schedule is just disrupted because you were out shopping or had doctor's appointments. Those kind of changes can interfere with sleep. It might be that your little one needs a different wake time length. Your child might need some more stimulation during playtime, might need more to see more, to do more, to be physically able to practice gross motor skills more. And last but not least is the need for a larger diaper, which really can have an impact on sleep. So if your baby's waking up with a very full diaper every time, a larger diaper might do the trick. As far as wake time goes, your baby should be awake for about 1.5 to 2 hours at a time between naps. So your baby will wake up in the morning, be awake for 1.5 to 2 hours, take a nap. Get up, eat, be awake for 1.5 to 2 hours, including that eat portion of the day, take a nap, and then wake up and either be up until bedtime or awake for 1.5 to 2 hours before that 3rd nap. Another thing to know about wake time is to be sure to have your independent play time. Separation anxiety can happen around this age or a little younger, so you may find it difficult, but still be aiming for every day to have 15 to 30 minutes where your baby is playing independently without anyone else entertaining your baby. Let's talk about milestones. Milestones are always fun and exciting. Always remember that babies reach milestones at their own pace, and some will focus on gross motor while others are focusing on small motor or vocal, other kind of milestones, or speech, language. Your baby won't necessarily reach all of these. If you are concerned, it's always smart to speak with your baby's doctor. During this month, your baby will probably be able to start bearing weight on his or her own legs when you help hold them up. Your baby should be able to start learning to feed himself or herself. Your baby will start to be able to pick up objects, which is important. This is why finger foods happen at this age, because your baby can pick up the food and feed the food to himself. Your baby will also be able to look for dropped objects, which will probably mean that at mealtime your baby will drop objects in order to look for them. Your baby will also be able to pass something from one hand to the other, play games like peekaboo. Your baby will be able to start to sit up alone and even move from being on the tummy or back to sitting up. Some might start to learn to crawl. Some will be saying their first words at this age. Some will wave hello or goodbye or clap or blow kisses. Another big milestone that happens is the baby learns to understand the word no. So again, as we talked about last month, do not be afraid to tell your baby no if your baby's doing something that she shouldn't be doing. Okay, that wraps up our 8th month overview. So if you're looking for sample schedules for this age group, if you're on the blog, as always, scroll down. If you are not, as always, click to the blog and look at the sample schedules listed there.